I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life, and then the aping.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
Underneath for Johnson. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Now let's go. Blue line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Looking to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Reuben Foster, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big run, but as you have to look out for, more pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So that one will be accepted. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays?
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now a handoff to Henry, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Orange. Paper. Alpha.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think that's something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
10 more there and another first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Base 52. He's flexing up. Alpha.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football. Just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now a handoff. Johnson. And now running right through it. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Buying time to his left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. He can run for it, and he will. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Throwing. Brissett. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Throwing, Mayfield, and he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And all the touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put together another drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Brissett. And pressure gets to him again. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Brissett. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So it's, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Twisting away. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye.
Let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Elliott good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments, or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Here's Brissett. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Sean McGrath from 10 yards out, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Brissett on 1st down. Flush to his right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Brissett now on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Brissett again. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Derrick Henry, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Bryant with a catch right side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 5. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Brissett sets to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's Njoku over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a second down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Mayfield with it once more. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Here we go. Blue line it.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Second down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Johnson. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Mayfield, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway from 3 yards out. And the Browns are back within a score. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on training camp. off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And now here's Ross. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Brissett. Forced out to his left. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And Ingram hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on. Fourth. A first down carry for Henry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Oh, nice move. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Holding, offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game